Hi guys, it's Angie with Itty Bitty Crafts, and I'm coming today to do a two-in-one parter video, and I hope that's okay with each party because I just thought it would be easier instead of uploading two 5-minute videos on the same project. So I hope that's okay. So number one today is going to be the first part is a VR, and this is a VR for JaneMarge, and JaneMarge is Creative Craft Closet JaneMarge on YouTube. And I know everybody knows JaneMarge because she's amazing. But if you don't, I'll have her link below, and please go over there and check her out. She's super amazing. She is known for the dangle pearls, the queen of the dangle pearls, and amazing, beautiful, beautiful work. And she inspires so many of us, and I love her work. But she is having a challenge. She's having a sub challenge. And what you do is it's a paper doll challenge. And she has to be no longer than 12 inches. And I'm sorry, Jane, I think she kind of got a little bit, just like a half an inch. Sorry. I tried really hard and then she just like grew. I don't know. I had a hard time thinking flat. So anyway, so if you go over there and sub to her, that would be awesome. And so this is my VR for you. And then my second half is a DT project for Crafty Me Shop, and that is on Facebook, and it's a Facebook group, and it's run by Esme. And so if you go to her channel, you'll see her Facebook group there, and you'll ask to join. And she has a sale every Friday, not every day. Poor Esme would be worked to death if we made her do it every day, right? So it's every Friday she has a sale, and so it's pretty much she'll upload a picture. She'll tell you the quantity. It's first come, first serve, so things sell out quick. A lot of my projects and challenges that I do include her work, or her laces and trims and bling, because that's pretty much what my stash is built up is with Esme. So this project is completely Esme. This is all from my DT and from my Esme stash, which was kind of hard to dig in there, but her stuff is so beautiful that it's just where I go for my projects. So that's why this is kind of a 2-for-1 video. Anyways, let's get to the projects. Okay, so I am new to paper dolls. I wasn't quite sure I understood the paper doll thing. I know Olivia Hernandez, who I was always inspired. She made these amazing paper dolls, and I had no idea how to make one. I did a couple research, or I mean, there wasn't a ton of research on even how to make one, so I ended up looking at a couple, and like I said, Olivia's been one that I got inspired and just kind of looked at it and thought, okay, well, I can kind of get the gist of what it is. So I'll just go my way. So that's what I did. I just took the idea and totally went my way, like I always do. So it's hard for me to think flat. So I ended up, making dimension with the dress and tried to, I made a shawl here. So anyway, so this is my project. So we start off with the paper doll, and I put it on 2 pieces of 110 heavyweight cardstock, and I glued those together with fiber tack, and then I cut it all out. And so here's the doll, and then I added some appliques up here and some metal work back here, and I'll show you why I did the metal work in the back. And then here's some metal work here, and then just some gather tool here as the shawl. And then we get down to the bodice, and so here's the front of her dress, and it's multiple layers. I started out with lace, like a cotton lace, and then we have some appliques, and like I said, these are all from my DT, and then a few things from my Crafty Me Shop stash. And so another one that I just cut up and layered. And then this is a collar that I gathered and put in the back. So here's the back. I'll just take a quick run through the back. So I put metal in the back to give it some stability because it's flat and I don't want it to bend. So I just have this kind of V-shaped metal piece that came in a big bling pack from my DT. And then I put my key and then the homemade on the back, and it hung off there. So it just like worked out perfectly. And here's my hanger, Jane. I hope that's okay. And she kind of got a little heavy. So, and then if we lift that up, you can see another metal piece that just fit there perfectly. And that was for my DT, and all the roses are from the DT. And then also that little tiny leaf right there, that metal leaf. And then I just used to bring out the red in her dress, the vintage red. I had some vintage reds called I think it's like turkey red seam binding, and so but I kind of darkened it with some alcohol inks and stuff to try to get it to be a little bit darker. So I think it turned out perfect. And I think red is a vintage color, right? It's Victorian, and I think that it just went perfect with the creams, you know, and the neutrals, and I think it just added that pop of color. And you know, I'm not like a big red fan, but I love certain reds. Like I love colors, but they're just certain color shades. And so this is the shade of red that I tend to, a very vintage Victorian, which it's darker on here than it's showing up on camera. So it's brighter on camera. But I just think it's a beautiful contrast to the creams and the lace. It just enhances the Victorian look, vintage look. And so this is a collar that I gathered up. We'll start from the beginning. So underneath here I put some tulle because I wanted to try to give it some body. Like I said, flat is hard for me. I was going to print this on fabric and then try to sew around the doll head, but then I was scared that she was gonna like have a crooked head and it'd be flop-sided. So anyways, we chucked that idea. And then again, I just gathered this up, and so that's the bottom of the dress. And then this is a gathered collar that from Esme's. Oh, I forgot these parts here. So here's an applique just dangled down because I was trying to get the layers in there. And then this again, this is from my DT box, and I've been using this a lot, especially with the doily dangles. I love this. I absolutely love this trim. If you guys see it in her shop, get it, because it's so versatile for me. You know, I've used it on the doily dangles and now on this dress. I love it. And so, okay, and then here's the collar, so it just hangs down. And then another little piece, there's another little piece of this right here that I cut. I use the top of where it connects the next one. That's right here. And then another little piece of dangle from my DD box. And then I just gathered that up and sewed it and tried to make a bustle. I believe that's what it's called on the back. And then again, the roses and the metal back there, and that just helps give it some strength, you know, because it's cardboard. I mean, well, it's cardstock. I mean, it's doubled up, but still. And then I just backed it with some vintage dictionary paper back there. And then again on the front, I brought the collar over and just hot glued it here. And then this was from my DT box, which I thought looked like buttons. And then some trim from my DT, and then I just kind of hung these over here to bring that red up in front. And then just some little itty bitty little flowers for her wrists, and some metal to connect the shawl. And then, like, again, there's her head. And I did spray paint this with some acrylic sealer spray, and then I decoupaged the paper in the back. So, okay guys, this is it. This is my very first paper doll that I've ever done, and I'm not sure if I'll do it again. I do love the process, though. I think they're gorgeous. It just is really hard for me to think flat. I wanted to make her whole. But they're super beautiful, and I can't wait to see what you do with them, Jane. I really hope that you love my entry, and Esme, I really hope that you love my DT project, because I think this is something that your lace is totally enhanced and made just what I was looking for. Sorry for the ding, you guys. Anyways, so yeah, that's it, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.